Hey everybody, Wes here from Scamps Automotive. Today I'm working on some Chevy front axle seals. Common leak point. If you haven't replaced them, eventually they will need replacing. So I'll show you what's going on. This is a 1996 Chevy K1500. So I'm rebuilding the front end, which is why all this stuff is torn apart. But basically, you got your front axle assembly here. It's independent front suspension, so you got a differential that comes out. So I already did, so I just want to talk about over on the driver's side, this stub shaft right here that the axle bolts to. The driver's side is real easy. You just take that axle out, and then you can just take a hammer or something on the back side of this axle, or what I do is I just use like a slide hammer with a hub puller on the front and put the bolts in, and then just pop this stub shaft right out. So the passenger side is much more complicated. You got this axle tube housing here that comes out, an extension housing. You can't just pop the stub shaft off like on the driver's side. If you try to do that, you will break something, and trust me, there's little C-clips and stuff inside that you will break. So I already have this disconnected, and I'll show you what it looks like. So right here, here's the axle tube portion that I have disconnected. So there's just 5 bolts right here. Now when you put this back together, you're gonna want to use RTV, some kind of silicone, to reseal this, or it will leak. So my advice, when you pull this apart, there's going to be there's going to be some gears and a shift fork mechanism and stuff, which is what engages the four-wheel drive. I'll show you what that looks like. Here's the shift fork dealio. I just take it out and keep it all together. You got a spring that goes on the end of there. Make sure you don't lose that. Best advice is just when you take it apart, put it back together exactly how it came apart. So, all right, so let's talk about how to get this stub shaft out, because this shaft actually runs all the way through the tube. It's not real short like the driver's side is. So what you're going to need to do, this gear here, it just has a little bit of a tight fit. So you're going to have to, I have a slide hammer installed right now, and you just give it a few bangs and this gear will pop right off. Pretty simple. So let me see if I can get it lined up to show you. Give me a second here. So I'm just going to show you the top of it. Really just one smack. Boom. Gear came right off. That's it. And then you'll find this little clip deal underneath here. You can just remove that with a magnet or screwdriver or something. Yeah, it's just a little clip that pulls out. See, when I pull it out the way it went in, and I just lay it flat. So whenever I put it back, I just pick it up and set it down, and that's it. So now this whole housing slides right off the shaft, just like that. And then there's a seal on the end here that you can get to and replace. All right, like I said, common thing. This is a 96 all the way up till 2013 or 14. Before is the latest I've done, and it's the exact same way. The whole front axle's the exact same. So the newest body style of full-size GM vehicles, I can't speak to if it's the same, but they haven't changed it in 15 years, so I'd imagine it's probably pretty similar. All right, from Scamps Automotive, keep on.